Hello guys, what is up? This is Eddie Niddy. Welcome to another video on the channel here for you guys today, and we're going to be talking about Queen's Park Rangers. If any of you guys are keeping up to date with the championship recently, QPR are doing very well of late. Obviously, I think they've got 11 points so far in the league with, I think they currently sit third, if I'm not wrong, or fourth. I think Huddersfield Town, the team below them. I think they're both joint on 11 points, or QPR might be in 11th or on 10th. But I'm just going to do a little quick talk about QPR. I remember, I can't remember how long ago now, probably about, 6 months, probably before they signed Charlie Austin for the first time. Most QPR fans were calling for Warburton out, like I saw it obviously trending on Twitter. Not many QPR fans were happy, and they brought in Charlie Austin. I remember they picked off the back of a win against, I think it was Watford 2-1 away. I think Adoma and I think Charlie Austin scored in that game. And then I think they beat Brentford as well, 2-0 or I think 2-0 or 2-1. And then things really started to turn around. They had a fantastic, end to last season, by going, I think, pretty much almost unbeaten towards the end and just winning a load of games. I think it glided them up to like 11th or 12th. Most of their fans were saying at the time, if they had like maybe another 5 games left, they would have probably got in the playoffs, which they potentially could have, but they just kicked up their steam a little bit too late, unfortunately, for most QPR fans. And then rolls on the next season, they bring in, some good players, in Dozell, good youngster from Ipswich Town, Jordan Archer, good backup goalkeeper. They managed to bring back Charlie Austin, Stefan Johansson, 2 very good players. We all know Stefan Johansson's a very good player for championship level, and Charlie Austin is a natural goal scorer in this division, also a player that I think does more than, what it says on the tin. As a striker, he's a leader. Up top, he's that brute, one of the players, if you're a championship fan, one of the players you fear coming up against are players like, Troy Deeney, Andre Gray, Charlie Austin, Jukovic, Matt Smith, big physical, strikers, and Charlie Austin fits that bill perfectly. Good finisher. Shame about his pace. That's one thing that I think lacks about Charlie Austin, because he's getting up there with age, unfortunately. But he's still got probably another good few seasons in the Championship. But could he potentially take QPR to that next level? Now, that is the question we're going to talk about today. Yes, QPR, in my opinion, are a sleeping giant. Great fan base. Nice club in London, another club, obviously their rivals, Brentford, Fulham having a little bit of Premier League success of recent years. Well, not recent years, of recent, Fulham obviously a bit of a yo-yo club in and out the Premier League and the Championship, and Brentford obviously got to the Premier League for the first time, in their history, and it's tough to be a QPR fan, see all your rivals, do well. Me as a Birmingham fan, looking at Wolves and Villa, seeing do well, you get a tad little bit jealous, but you also have that hope that your club could be the next sleeping giant, and I honestly do think QPR could be that next club. They've got a good team, an experienced team. Half them players have been promoted to the Premier League. Charlie Austin with West Brom, Adoma, I believe, got promoted with, I don't know, did he get promoted with Villa? I'm not really too sure, to be honest with you, on that one. Barbe, in a promotion winning side in Brentford, he wasn't promoted with Brentford. They got promoted to the Premier League, but was in Brentford the season that they just missed out on the playoffs. With the likes of in their team Ryan Woods, Maxim Collan, and Morpay at the time. And then you've obviously got the young players like Ozzy Kake and McCallum left back, new signings well, Jimmy Dunn, Dozell, Elias Cherry's a fantastic player, Cherry, really good creative player, can pass the ball, can dribble, can shoot, definitely one for the future. It wouldn't surprise me when a few Premier League clubs start snooping him up. And you can even have a look at, the youngsters that have come through QPR recently, have been picked up by Premier League clubs. Probably the most notable, Eze. Eze's been absolutely fantastic for for QPR, now moved up to the Premier League, doing well with Crystal Palace. Unfortunate injury step back, even being linked to, clubs which are even finishing, towards, the Europeans. I believe he's linked to his Spurs, Arsenal, which is an absolute madness because, like a player to be at the Championship and at the time playing for, like a mid-table-ish QPR side. And look at brighter side of Samuel, going all the way up to Fenerbahce, massive club, with a great set of passionate fans. And, QPR just keep bringing through the youth as well. You look at, they brought Charlie Kelman from Southend. He looks like he's going to be an absolute baller. Andre Dozzell, McCallum, Jimmy Dunn. Senny Dieng as well. Maybe he's a loan at Doncaster now, come back to QPR and looks to be an absolute unit in that goalkeeper spot. QPR are a sleeping giant. The only thing that QPR have got to do, in my opinion, is got to keep their feet on the ground. We've seen this quite a few times where Championship clubs, we remember Charlton. Remember Charlton, everyone? I think they were in pretty much, I think a better situation than what QPR were in like 8 games gone. They just slowly filter down the table. And, they got relegated. I'm not saying that will happen. They've got to be a little bit careful. Got to keep their head screwed on. There's obviously plenty of time left for the season, plenty more points. But I do think QPR are a sleeping giant this season. Whether they'll get in the Premier League, I don't know, this season. But honestly, I do think they'll be extremely close. Yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed the Championship video. Do let me know your thoughts in the comments of QPR. And if you guys do happen to enjoy this video, please make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you guys are new. But yeah, thank you all for watching. And I hope to catch you all in the next video. Take care. Much love. Speak to you all soon.